What is a chord? It's simply just playing more than one note at the same time. So technically speaking, this is a chord, but you're probably much more used to hearing chords like this, or like this, or maybe arpeggiated like this. I can very quickly demonstrate just how important chords are. Listen to this snippet of a familiar melody. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Sounds just fine, but it sounds much more rich once I add some chords. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And the character can completely change if I change those chords. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Or maybe I'll choose something more adventurous. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Chords can exist in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. You probably have heard terms like major chord, which sounds like this, or minor chord. You might have also heard terms like a diminished chord or an augmented chord. And there are, in fact, many, many other types of chords. All of the chords that you just heard have only 3 notes. Now, in some cases, you might have seen me play more than 3 notes at the piano, but that's just because some notes were repeating. For instance, if I have one G here and another G here, we kind of can treat that as just one note. But we can also make chords with 4 notes, or with 5 notes, or if we want, we could add 11 notes. The possibilities are pretty much endless with what kind of chords you want to design. But the vast majority of chords that you're going to be using when you're playing music that you might recognize, music that you've heard before, music that's on the radio, are 3-note chords, which are called triads. Now I'll give you a brief description of a triad and I'll show you how to play one. And if you'd like to know more, you can also check out the Skoove course on chords. We'll leave a link for that in the description. You can also come right back to this YouTube page and check out future videos that we'll post on this topic. Now, if you know some music theory already, then you might know that triads work on thirds. And if you don't know any music theory, you might be asking yourself, what is a third? Well, without going too much into it here, let's suffice it to say that a third is sort of like when you play a note and you skip a note and you play the next note.
Let's think about that another way. Every key on the piano is named after a letter from A to G. After G, it goes right back to A. You may have also heard these letter names being modified with other words like D flat or F sharp, but to keep it simple, let's just focus on these letter names right now, which each represent the white keys on the piano. A third simply means that we start with one letter name and skip up or down to 2 letter names away. For instance, we could skip from a D to an F. That's a third. Or we could skip from a B down to a G. That's also a third, because in both examples, whether they go up or down, we skip over a note in the middle.
So if we think about just the white keys, for instance, and I play the note C, I'm going to skip over one note to E, and I'll skip over one note again to G. And this combination of chords, when I play them at the same time, is called a C major triad, or C major. It's probably the most common chord you'll hear referenced just about ever. And I'll share with you one more thing briefly, which is that you can make that same kind of chord pattern starting on any white key on the piano. So if I play any note like this, F, I skip over the note just above it and play the next note, which is A. Then I skip over the next note after that and play the next note, which is C. I've got another triad. In this case, it's an F major triad, and I can in fact play this starting on any white key. Some of these chords are major, some of them are minor, and one is diminished.